Hello, you beautiful people. Zack, Dowdy here. Today I'm meeting up Dan Corrigan. He's working on a video part right now, so we're going to try to get some clips. I'm going to show him around some spots here in San Diego. So I figured it'd be a good time to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about for a while, is what makes a skateboarder successful. So that's what we're going to be diving in. But first, we got to get some essentials. Lacquer is great for basically grinding or sliding any skate spot, so it's essential. The other day I went out without some and I wasn't able to hit the spot, so grab some lacquer. Let's head to the first spot. Spot number one. Looks like Dan caught in some traffic, so let's get stretched and warmed up. First spot done in the books. Dan got 2 clips for his video part in the works right now. When's that coming out?
Dude, whenever it gets done.
Whenever it's done, I like that. That's a good way to set yourself up for success rather than failure.
Yeah, well, like whenever I feel like it's finished, it'll probably end up being like, what was it? There was that one band that was like, yeah, when our next album's done, it never came out. Like it might be one of those situations, but I think our actual end date is the end of the year. It's for 3 block.
That's good.
But also maybe an iDiable part.
So your video part is going to be in a full-length video?
I think so. That's the plan right now. It's just really depending on whether all of us gets the footage for a full part. Hopefully we all do.
All right, quick question. Can you call a video part if it's not a part of a full-length video?
I mean, I think the technical term for that is a standalone video part, right? So it has the words video part in it.
People just say video part.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I used to call them skate films.
Yeah.
Or skate movies, and people were like, what are you talking about? So I think you can call it whatever. A lot of them have names now, right? There's naming single video parts.
Yeah, that's true. Marketing it as like the name of whatever that is, and then they market it around that.
It's literally clickbait and a thumbnail for like the trick, like roof skate, or like, what is it, critter on the roof for Jaws's part.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
All right, head to the next spot. We are at the second spot for today, and the main difference when you're filming a video part, you're working on something, is that you can't just go to the skate park and get a bunch of clips in one day. You gotta seek out the spots that work with your skateboarding. Alright, we're at a pretty insane spot that Truman skated back in the day. One of the, I guess, traditional standard ways that the public thinks that a successful skater makes it is if he's professional, and normally what that entitles is having a name or a board with your name on it, and then you get royalties on that board. But today's day and age, there's so many professional skateboarders, so I think what is successful could be pretty subjective. The point that I'm trying to make here is that becoming a professional skater and getting your name on a board is something that's really rad, really hard to do, and it's a pretty tough process. Now, don't get me wrong, it could be easy. Some people just start a board company and put their name on it, but that's not legit, because nobody's gonna buy their board and in return, they're not really gonna make any money. And the point that I'm getting at here is that just because you're a professional skateboarder doesn't mean you're gonna make a lot of money. Again, success is subjective, but the point that I'm trying to get at and trying to illustrate is that there's lots of different avenues and different ways. And one of the ways that I think you're a successful skateboarder is if you're truly just enjoying skateboarding. It's not always about having a name on a board or being professional or even getting paid, but just simply enjoying and riding your board. right, so Dan's been trying to skate this flat rail behind me, and we don't have any wax on us right now, so I figured maybe I can try the lacquer. I put some lacquer on it, and it's just sitting right on top. Dan was able to grind it, get some tricks on it, but it's not ideal, so maybe don't spray lacquer on metal. There's nothing to absorb, but you want to use it on concrete, something of that nature. It works really good on curbs. Now, in my opinion, what can make skateboarders really successful is if you take what you learn from skateboarding and you apply it to other places. And that seems really simple and fundamental, but it's just not giving up. Learning from your failures and pressing through, going through the process. I think just the process of learning how to skate, learning tricks is something that you can be successful at if you kind of apply that same process to other areas of your life. So basically the point being is that professional skateboarding isn't about financial gain, isn't really about getting to your normal standard society way of thinking of what success is. Dan's with me. I kind of wanted to pick his brain on what he thinks a successful skateboarder is. Thoughts around this topic?
Successful skateboarder is someone who subscribes to my YouTube channel. No. In all honesty, what I think of it, let's get away from my license plate. What I think what makes a successful skateboarder is, I don't know, reaching your own goal. I mean, to be a successful skateboarder, some people want that pro model, and some people want financial stability. Some people legitimately want to ride for the local skate shop or respect from their peers. But I think the biggest goal and the hardest one to reach in skateboarding, the ultimate quote-unquote success, is the respect of your peers. I think that is like, there's so many pro skaters out there who have like a huge name for themselves, but still no one cares about them. Like they could even have a pro model board on a company that's like somewhat relevant. Like someone could have a pro model board on Darkstar, but the vast majority of the industry and skateboarders don't respect them. And I think, you know, if you get to be a Jerry Hsu or Andrew Reynolds or someone like that where everyone's like, yes, like this guy is the dude, or even like there's versions of lower tiers where they're not even necessarily in video games or like the biggest top name skateboarders. I think, you know, everyone's favorite skater, like a Salas Baxter Neal, or perhaps like my favorite skater is Dennis Busenitz, and he's pretty much the poster child for, he never won Skater of the Year, he's never been in a video game. Actually, he was in Skate, that's funny. But like he's like everyone's favorite skater, and he's successful because he's just, not just the skill, not just the taste in tricks, not just the execution of the tricks, but his personality is just likable by everyone. And I think everyone wishes they had all of those things if you're a skater. Like, man, I wish I had better style. Man, I wish like my personality like shined through a lot of, I know some skaters who aren't making it in skating because they're too shy. Like super good at skating, not marketable because they just stay quiet, or the vice versa of that. They can't shut their fucking mouths. They run their mouths all the time. That's my excuse. That's why I didn't make, actually, no, definitely not. I didn't make it because all they do is slappies. But it's like, I honestly think that it's, you know, based on your own opinion of what successful skateboarding is. But me personally, I think a successful skateboarder is someone who's, through skateboarding, inspires other people and gains the respect of their peers. That is, I think, the most you can ask out of skateboarding. And money's cool too.